everyone! Today, we're diving into a color most watercolor beginners skip, white watercolor paint. But trust me, it can do a lot more than you think. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe for more watercolor tips. Here are the materials I'll be using today. So here I've got white watercolor paint. You can actually use the white pan that comes in most sets. But if you want a creamier texture, a tube white works great too. I'm also using warm and cool watercolors for mixing, a few brushes from Sarah Van Dongen X Craftamo brush set, and 300 GSM watercolor papers so the paint behaves nicely. You can follow along with whatever you have. No need for anything fancy. Okay, let's start with one of the most magical uses of white watercolor: creating mist or fog. Begin by painting a simple silhouette. So I'm doing a mountain, but trees, cliffs, or hills work just as well. Let that layer dry completely. So this part is important because if it's still wet, your white will blend instead of sitting on top. Once it's dry, load your brush with slightly diluted white paint, not too watery. Now, gently brush it along the base or edges of your mountain. You'll notice it instantly softens the area and gives you that light, hazy, foggy look. You can repeat the process in layers. So add a little white, let it dry, then add more if you want a dreamier effect. Next, let's use white watercolor for highlights. Start by painting any simple subject, a leaf, a petal, even a round shape like a berry. After it dries, load a small detailed brush with thick white paint. So the thicker it is, the brighter your highlight will show up. Add small strokes along the edges or tiny dots to create shine. Think of where light would naturally hit your object, usually the top left or the top right side. These highlights make your painting look more dimensional and polished, especially on darker colors. This next technique is super fun: creating your own pastel watercolor shades. So on your palette, place a small amount of white paint, then add just a touch of your color. Mix it slowly so you can control how soft or muted the shade becomes. Now, paint a few swatches or simple shapes so you can see the difference. You'll notice that adding white not only lightens the color, but it also makes the paint more opaque and creamy. Perfect for cute illustrations, florals, or anything with soft vibes. Hack number 4 is all about texture. Use a stiff brush or just an older round brush and load it with thick white paint. Lightly drag it across your watercolor paper. You'll get these broken, grainy strokes that work beautifully for clouds, stones, snow, sand, even old wood textures. You can adjust the amount of texture by pressing harder or lighter, or by using more or less paint. And finally, the classic splatter effect. Load your brush with watery white paint. Not too thick, okay? Just think of the milk consistency. Test it first on scrap paper to make sure the splatter size looks right. Then, hold your brush above your painting and tap it gently using another brush or your finger. This creates tiny star-like dots across the page. Use this technique to make starry skies, snow effects, or just add magical sparkle to your artwork. So those were 5 easy and surprisingly powerful ways to use white watercolor paint. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, let your creativity run wild.